Alright, let's get this shit done. Come on. Alright, fuck it on. Okay. We're gonna push Holy fucking A. Okay. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's get this shit done. You know, rest this shit. Part of it. Yeah, done it. Fuck. God damn it. Jesus. Fucking. Oh, fuck. Alright. Let's keep going. Oh, man. Okay. Come on. There you go. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Holy fuck. We continue. You need a push. Just that little bit. Fuck. Damn it. Okay. Alright. Let's do this shit. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's get this shit done. Feels good. I'm liking this. Yeah. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Fucking it. On to the back exercise. Alright. Don't pull overs. Oh, damn it. Too heavy. That feels way better. Alright. Okay. Okay. We continue. Okay. Hello, hello. Chest and back. Yeah. Good old, nice chest and back day. Make it a nice little thing. Make it simple and strong. Well, just simple. But yeah. I did decide to do 2 fly movements because I thought it would be fun, so. And it was. I might not do another, what's it called? Another fly movement like that today. Or, like, I just didn't really like it. It wasn't my favorite. Like, that second fly movement, not my favorite. I think I'd rather just do any other fly movement or just a pressing movement. But, hey, it's okay. We live, we learn, we try different things, we get better. That's all that matters. But chest and back was real fun, so I love chest and back a lot. Like, I cannot. Like, it's just fun to me because I go from doing chest, going to back, chest, back. So I just have a pump the entire time in my chest and my back the entire time. It never wears off. It's amazing. And then I did lat prayers for my lat pull down, my lat pull over movement. So, and then did my T-bar rows, chest supported T-bar rows. Love those no matter what. I ain't fucking done that. That's not worth it. But, yeah, find fun, find something new to do all the time, man. Because, like, if you're never excited to go to the gym, you're never gonna, you're never gonna, you're never gonna be as excited to go to the gym if you're just doing something you don't really like. But the thing is about, like, the gym is if you want to, like, see the most amount of progress and the most amount of, like, gains, you're gonna have to just do the same movements for a really long time for at least one mesocycle. One mesocycle is about a month. It's about a month. You're going to have to do about the same movement for about a month. And then you can move on to the next movements. Like the different types of movements, different type of groups. But you have to stick with something for a minute like a while before you start seeing realistic amount of gains. I'd have to actually look up how much. I think a mesocycle is about a month or two. So I'll actually look it up one of these days, because you have to stick with a movement that you actually progress on before you can start saying, oh, I'm not getting bigger, I'm not getting stronger, blah blah. No, shut the fuck up. Just do the same movement for a minute, because that's the problem you're having there, is you're not sticking with a plan for long enough for it to actually show progress. What's gonna happen is you're gonna, let's say for your first ever gym session you do chest. What happens is you find your baseline, cool. Next time you do fucking your chest day, holy shit, you gained, let's say 10 pounds to your chest press, like on your bench press, cool. Next week 5, next week 10. But for like a minute, I'd say about 3 months, you're gonna get really strong at that specific movement. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna stagnate. You're gonna slow down. And that's because the first gains that you were getting for weight were not from muscle. You weren't gaining muscle so quickly. It was your body learned the movement, and once it got that movement down, now it's when you start getting the more muscle activation. So that's what I mean by you have to stick with a movement for a fairly long time. I would say 2 months at the minimum. That's my personal opinion. You don't have to. And then you can switch up the movement for 2 months and then stay doing that movement and then switch up, go back, switch up. Like, you don't have to do the same movements for the rest of your life. You just have to stick with them long enough to actually see fucking progress. You can't be like, well, this person says this is the perfect movement. This person says this is the fucking perfect movement. No. Find a movement. Do it for a long time. See if you get good at it. You got good at it. Cool. Now, since you got good at it, and you're getting strong now, you're starting to slow down, you can now change movements. That is when you start changing your movement. Does not mean you change a movement every fucking week. No. I used to do that, and I'm still mad at myself for doing that shit. Because it is annoying, because you never truly find out if you're getting stronger or not. You never truly see if you're actually gaining muscle, because you can't fucking track it very well, because it's just a different movement all the damn time. So next time you'll be stronger, and then the next week you try that same movement again, and it's fucking been 3 or 4 weeks, and guess what? You're weaker. You're not stronger, you're a little weaker, because you haven't done that movement in a minute. I just get frustrated at people who start the gym fairly young and they do that, because I did it, and I don't want people repeating the same fucking mistake I did, because guess what happens? You don't get bigger, you don't get stronger, you just stagnate. And yesterday I was talking about how stagnation is just something you get. Yeah, it happens, and you just settle. I do not want people to settle for the body they have. I do not want people to settle for the strength they have. At some point, you're gonna want to push harder. At some point, you're gonna have to go, is this all I got? And most of the time, no. It is not all you got. Because half the time that happens, you're fucking new to something. Let's say you start off bike riding. You could only bike ride let's say, a mile without getting really tired, and it takes you about 15 minutes. That mile took way longer than you thought it would. The next week, you're biking and you get about 14 minutes in a mile. That is slow. But it's your first time ever doing this type of movement. Are you gonna quit after a week? Because some dude was like, well, biking's not that really great for you. You should try running a mile. You're never gonna get better. You're not gonna be able to get better at this fucking specific thing because you're not training it. This is why a lot of people, I get irritated at a lot of people who will ask people what the best movement is, and they'll give them a movement, and they'll go ask another person, and they'll just continue to do a different movement per set. Because the big guy told you, yeah, this is the perfect movement. Cool. And then another big guy told you it was a different movement. Guess what? You're different. Fuck. Just try one movement out for a bit. Figure it out. Find out how good it feels for a minute. If you don't... Also, I'm not telling you to stick with a movement that hurts. Never do that. Because you're going to get injured. You're going to get hurt. Don't stick with a movement that your shoulder feels weirded. No. Stay on a movement that feels fairly good. Doesn't really hurt much. But it feels nice. You're gonna need, if it's gonna hurt for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The reason it hurts is because your form's wrong. Ask someone to check your form. Let them criticize it. Because constructive criticism will make you better. Will make you stronger. Will make you good at something. I don't understand the whole thing about ego. I fucking had it bad when I was young. If someone told me I was doing something wrong, I was like, nuh-uh. Not at all. So, I'm just saying. It's just something you have to get better at. That's something, no one's just great at something when they start off. Some people are decent, and that's good. That means they'll be really good at something by the end of it. Some people are just bad at it, and that's fucking okay. Because that means you'll be good at it by the end of the time you've learned. You'll be fairly good at it because you've set the fucking hours into it. That's what's crazy, is you've set hours after hours after hours into it. And that's the gym. It's gonna take a minute. There is no fucking 1 week fix all. Not even fucking performance enhancing drugs. PEDs can give you the physique you want in a week. No. You still have to train. You still have to work out. You still gotta do all this shit. Because it's like putting a really nice, good fucking twin-turboed V8 in a goddamn Subaru. That thing go fast. And then you give it to a dude who literally doesn't ever drive it. It just sits there. Guess what's gonna happen? It's not gonna go fast. It's not gonna do anything, man. That's what the gym is. So the cool thing about the gym and genetic potential and shit, you could have great genetics. You just don't know it yet. Because guess what? You could have the best fucking genetics in the world. You could be a Chris Bumstead. But if you're sitting around not working out, not lifting a weight, or not doing any type of sport, you're not gonna be big. You're not gonna turn into this fucker who's has an amazing physique. Because guess what? You never trained. You never picked up a weight. You never got there. That's the funny thing about genetics. You need to fucking work out to see them. You can have great genetics without working out. Yes. Yes, you can. Cool. Guess what? That's because you were athletic. All the people that keep saying, oh, I had really good genetics, I had cap delts when I was doing track. Hey, you know what's crazy? You saw those little bit of good genetics because of that working out. Because you were doing track. You were working out. They were making you do shit. That you were in the gym a little bit. Now, if you get a fucking gamer who's never, someone who sits on their ass, does jack all, and is just a skinny man, a skinny dude, a skinny child, like not even just, like skinny, never done any of that physical activity, guess what? They could still have amazing genetics. You'll never know though, because they never looked at a gym and went, I want to do this. They never looked at something and wanted to do it. They just wanted to sit and game. And that's okay. I just need you to do something instead of gaming, like physical activity. Yet, if you are going to sit and game, and gaming is your favorite thing, and you do not get nauseous from, if you don't get motion sickness at all, I'm going to tell you right now, buy a fucking VR. I want you to play on that VR for a minimum of 10, 20 minutes a day. And then go back to fucking sitting and playing Valorant. Or playing Splitgate. Or something, man. I want gamers to be healthy. Because I want everybody to be fucking healthy. Because I don't want to see people who get injured from things that you didn't know, you didn't think they could get injured from. I hope you know. Not to be rude, but my fear is some gamers, when they get older, they're gonna break a hip walking because they're not gonna be able, they won't have that bone density. Because most of the gamers I see are fairly thin. Some of them are very heavy, are fairly heavy set. Yes. And guess what? They're not going to have to worry about, having fragile bones. But if you never use the muscle that you need, it's going to atrophy. It's going to get small. And that's why some people who are heavy set have trouble walking, because it's so hard for them to walk that they would rather sit down and do nothing and let their muscles atrophy because it's harder to walk. And then it gets more difficult to walk because their muscles are atrophying. That is the annoyance. That is the fucking endless cycle of not working out. Is because your muscles we have found studies that have shown that your muscles are either always growing or always fucking shrinking. They're never staying the same. So if you're not working out, your muscles are always going to be shrinking. Always. Because you're not giving them that ample resistance for them to actually need to grow. I know this is a rant that no one gives a fuck about. But it's a rant that I would have liked to hear. So it's a rant I'm gonna fucking do. It's a rant so I can at least get to somebody that needs to hear it. Because you can't be a couch potato all your life and expect to not have health problems. I don't give a fuck if you're skinny, fat, anything, man. I don't give a fuck. You're not working your heart. You're not exercising. You're sitting there watching TV, or you're sitting there playing video games on a computer all day, every day, and yet you expect to be the healthiest person. Or you're eating junk food. You're not fucking eating healthy. You know how annoying it is to understand all that and still have some people who will just ignore you and say, no, it's a genetic disorder. Maybe 1 in 1,000. 1 in 1,000 chance of you fucking having that genetic disorder. But hey, what do I know? I'm some kid on the internet. See ya.